dirty. You can just look at the fucking screen and you know that your fucking PC is dirty. You're gonna put
It is.
all the germs from your PC on your fucking in your fucking mouth. Just, dude, why put the Pringles there? There's literally a fucking carton full of Pringles that you can just pick them out. Like, it's not hard.
Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome back to The Flow. Your host, as always, River the Flow God. With me today, I have Korosaki back again for another podcast.
Back again with the white vans. I think that's how.
Damn, you. and we also have Timmy, who is currently dying in the bathroom. So he may be joining us shortly. Hopefully, he survives. So we'll see. But today we're gonna be talking about.
Timmy has been gone longer than my dad when he left to get the milk.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Yeah. So today we're gonna be talking about what ifs in anime. So there's obviously a lot of these to think about, and a lot of different things that could have changed the course of what we saw as the stories played out in multiple different ones. So, Osaki, if you want to start us off with any what ifs that really come to your mind that really get you think.
Oh fuck. What if everyone in Naruto still needed to use like the hand signs to activate jutsus in the war?
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know.
That's definitely an interesting thing to think about, because just how things went just kind of became, oh well, we're just gonna, here's this power, happens. There's really no skill almost to it. There's really anything like that.
Well, they
And
did use hand signs, but
rarely.
it went too. Yeah, rarely. Yeah.
It was just like the people, when they would use like a wood style mud wall or whatever the fuck to like block some stuff, and maybe they would throw out some hand signs, but it wasn't necessary for everyone to, because if we actually saw that being necessary to happen previously, would have made things a lot closer. Like the more characters would have been able to impact it more, because they wouldn't have had to just have this skill level that was just beyond anything we've seen at that point in the war. So I don't know. That would have been. It's also obviously because and so the powers get crazy out of control compared to where they start. So
Yeah.
one that I had recently heard someone say was, it's another Naruto one, when Sasuke was leaving the Leaf Village and Sakura was on that bench or whatever, and then she tried to stop him. Someone was like, "What if that would have been Naruto instead of Sakura?" And I found that to be very interesting to think
there would
about.
have been a fight, 100%.
Yeah, definitely. But then
It's just gonna leave, and then someone would have stopped Sasuke, and then he would be under surveillance. I would think. I don't know.
yeah, it's just the thing is that Sasuke did beat Naruto, but would they have ended up fighting there, or would they have moved the fight and went somewhere else?
Well, okay, so of course Naruto is trying to keep him from going out of the leaf because he
Yeah.
can then escape. So he's probably going to fight inside the park, and of course when he fights and the tails come out, then that's gonna become a big risk for everyone inside the
Oh,
village.
absolutely, yeah.
So it's probably that's a Hokage. I think the Hokage existed then still, like the third
No,
one, I think,
it
or
was
the fourth one.
Tsunade at that time.
Tsunade. So
Yeah.
Tsunade comes and like I think wait, Jiraiya was he in the village?
No, I do not believe he was at the time. This is when he was on some mission. Like he came back later after
Okay, then let's
the whole
say it's
situation.
okay, then let's say it's or Yamato. I think that's the guy, right? Yamato.
Yeah, I believe
Guy with wood.
Kakashi was there.
Kakashi and
Yeah,
Yamato. So it's or Kakashi or Yamato that will try and like steal the powers of the tails in him again, like
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
suppress it, and then I think someone else like Tsunade would have tried and keep Sasuke from escaping, something like that, and then but of course this didn't happen because one, more drama, two, um
I mean, that's the purpose of
it
the
just
whole
makes
arc
for
is
it,
going to get
it just
Sasuke. So
yeah
yeah,
it just yeah it's way better. So
of course, in theory, what could have happened is that and this would have been much more like kind of just what do they call it? Like mind canon or whatever. But like if Naruto and Sasuke would have decided, hey, we're not gonna fight here. Let's go settle this, but let's go somewhere else. So they go farther and venture out and find a place to fight that's far enough away from the village where no one necessarily would notice. And then it could potentially turn out that Sasuke beats Naruto like they did at the Final Valley and then continues on his mission. But then at this point, no one would no one would know what happened until much later.
yeah, but that's the thing, right? That's the thing. Like Sasuke and Naruto, they are like rivals,
Yeah.
and they are not the kind of people who think rationally. So yeah,
That's
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 just
another
my
reason I can see
understanding.
them
I
doing
know.
this because Naruto's not going to think, oh well, if I just go get someone to help me, we can keep Sasuke. He's gonna be like, oh, I gotta beat Sasuke's ass. He's not gonna be
No,
thinking,
what his objective is not I'm gonna beat Sasuke's ass, because he wants to keep him inside the village so he doesn't leave Naruto. So it's not like I'm gonna beat him up. No, that's Sasuke's intention,
well, no, it was
right?
more like beat him up into submission to like make him stay because
Right. But
at this point
if
Sasuke decided to leave already.
But like, are we still talking about like Sakura, uh, like Naruto instead
Yeah,
of
yeah, yeah,
Sakura?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So it's in the park, right? So the park is inside the leaf, like the village.
Yeah, it is pretty decently. So I guess it's towards the outskirts though.
Yeah, towards the
Yeah,
outskirts.
yeah, yeah.
So I think it is actually like it has a path to the village entrance.
Yeah,
So Naruto would obviously try and block the path
that's true.
towards Sasuke, it's towards the like the outside, and then there in the park is where it would have happened. I think that's the same place where the like where Kurama first uh appeared, if I'm
I think
right.
that was more central.
I think it was in the village,
Yeah.
like in no, not in the village. If I'm right, it was actually like in the park or somewhere with trees. But of course, that's where he spawned, and then wow, I literally used spawn for. Okay, anyway, that's where he spawned, and then like he would go towards the city because he needs to rampage the city because of
Yeah.
Obito. Oh shit, maybe
I think he Obito
it's fine
summoned
to
him
talk
like
about
right in the
spoilers. Yeah,
middle of the
yeah, yeah.
village, from what I remember.
No, I think it was in the no, because he would have been spotted if he
He
was
was
in
spotted.
the
Are you
he
talking about
was spotted
Obito?
later. Yeah, yeah, Obito.
He was like sneaking around because I remember he was like in the
Yeah, yeah,
shadows.
he was sneaking out around, but it was not like where he. You know what? I'll search it up.
He didn't
Like
summon
where
him
the
like right where he was. He summoned him
uh,
like
summoning for the first time, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Kurama summoning jutsu, probably.
Yeah, that's probably what it would be.
I'm trying to see. Uh, no, Obito, Kurama, I guess. I'm just trying to find a clip. Um, let's see. Should I? No, okay, it's fine. Let's see. Oh yeah, it was in the middle of the village.
Yeah. Then that's
Oh yeah,
when.
yeah. I guess yeah, that's true.
So and then
Okay, I was wrong. I was wrong. Yeah, my bad.
yeah, no problem. And then going off of that, the only reason that I said they may leave because at this time, Naruto wouldn't necessarily understand how how set Sasuke was on achieving this. Even though Sasuke would mention something to him, it probably wouldn't click in Naruto's mind that this is a real possibility. So to him, he might be like, "Hey, me and Sasuke need to settle this. We didn't settle this on top of the building because they still hadn't settled their fight yet." So he might be like, "Okay, let's settle this once and for all, and I'm gonna make you stay in the village. So shut up," because that's kind of how his mentality kind of was going into it. Because how Sasuke's mind was going, so he was like, "Oh, I'm just gonna beat him into submission." So that's why in
Yeah,
my
but
mind,
that's
I'm like, it's
the thing.
possible they could
I
leave
would
the village
not
to fight.
think that if Naruto's intentions are that he wants to uh, keep Sasuke in the village, that they would fight outside the village. That just doesn't make sense in my head.
And also, do you really think Sasuke is gonna let him just keep him there? Because to me, I feel
But
like he would
that's
be
the
able to
thing. That's the
escape.
thing. That's the thing. We're still talking like the path from the like in the park to the village entrance, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. So that would mean that Naruto tries to block him, right?
yeah.
Because Naruto tries to block him there. So what you think? It's obviously going to turn into a fight right there, and it's going to be a full out fight, I would think.
Well, Sasuke is not gonna want to draw that attention to himself, so it's hard for me to see him just being like, "Okay, let's fight right here." I feel like he would
Yeah,
want to get out of the village, so he would try to do
yeah, yeah.
that
Yeah. But
first
like,
before fighting.
but how are you thinking that he can escape when Naruto is trying to go all out, taking like having shadow clones, trying to like keep him where he is? How do you think he's going to like
I could see him slipping
find
away
escape
from Naruto
with
at this
like
point.
10,000 fucking clones?
Well, I mean,
If
Naruto would
he's
still have to bring all the he would have to still do the jutsu, the shadow clone jutsu to summon all those clones there. Not just gonna automatically bang, here's all these clones. It's gonna be he's still gonna have to do it. So I think Sasuke, because I mean we
well,
even
no,
saw
dude, it's literally just making a cross with your fingers. It's not that hard.
yeah, yeah. I mean that's fair, but I don't I think yeah, he has summoned a lot at a time, but usually when he does summon them, the other person is just standing there. So he's never really had to, at least to my memory, he's never had to do it in a sense where he's trying to chase after someone and then summon these clones block their path or whatnot. So I feel like if Sasuke is running and Naruto's running,
Yeah, but it just depends on who's faster, right? And we don't know.
Sasuke will probably have the head start because he probably deceived Naruto. Then I know where bang, he's gone. And Naruto's chasing him. This is so close to the outskirts. I feel like they might get out of the village. But then again, I guess you never.
Is Sasuke
Hard to
able to
say.
do a genjutsu?
And oh, he could do that. Yeah, I think he had that ability because he had the Sharingan. I think he could at least do some genjutsu. I don't know how strong it was at the time, but maybe I would just do something slight.
One sec, one sec.
Um, but yeah, I think we pretty much covered that one pretty well. I mean,
Yeah,
I think it could
one sec.
go either way. So
Okay, yeah, my bad. My brothers were screaming downstairs. I was
yeah, no
yeah,
worries.
just where were we?
Yeah, I was just gonna say I feel like we covered that one pretty well. It's just it kind of is up to whether or not Because if Naruto can keep him in the village, then obviously they're going to get noticed, and someone's probably going to be able to subdue Sasuke. Of course, then if the Sound Four would come into play, that could be interesting. I feel like
Mhm.
regardless of the fact, the Leaf
Oh,
Village,
but look, it's really is the matter of time because like we know the Ambu or like we know Ambu, and so where am I trying to get at? Oh, yeah. So if Naruto just like has time to keep him there, and I think he has some time. It may be 10 minutes or something, but that's enough to like kicking like the Ambu that's are like all over the village
yeah,
to come help Naruto, like something like that.
yeah, that's true, that's true. Of course, then 'cause I was just thinking with the Sound Four, let them take him at that point because they wouldn't think they could defeat those people. But of course, at that point in their mind, they'd probably be like, okay, hold on a minute. If they get Sasuke back here, it's gonna be much harder to break him out than it probably would be to in this crazy commotion be able to steal him away. So I feel like this could turn into an all out brawl, honestly. Even if
That could have been cooler,
yeah,
like legit.
like even if they get out of the village, I could still see it still happening in this way. It may just be more of a chase, and then but
No,
eventually it
like
would come back
what's
to that
mine's canon. Like if there's an all-out brawl with the Ambu and like what was it? The sound the sound
Sound Four, and then I guess Sasuke be
yeah,
fighting with
the
them as
sound
well. So
four, right? So they are trying to like some of them are fighting with the Ambu, and then like two of them take Sasuke or something and still escape, right? And
possible,
um then we can still have like the Sasuke retrieval arc,
yeah.
and that's why we also get like an estimation on how powerful the Ambu are, because at this point we haven't really
They
seen lots
begins.
of Ambu, right?
Yeah, yeah. I feel like they have got smacked a few times because I know Kabuto was able to, infiltrate the way he did and kind of subdue most of them. And then I had to remember the other times we saw them. There was a few other times, but they pretty much were nothing at this point to what we've seen. Of course, they weren't very effective throughout the rest of the series either. But yeah, it would have been nice to maybe actually see them do something, like besides just die. Like 'cause that's
Yeah,
pretty much all we saw the whole series was the Anbu just getting fucked up. Like,
true.
but yeah, another one I had in mind going off of it actually, what if Kakashi would have went with them to find Sasuke? Because to my knowledge, I don't remember what they even said why Kakashi wasn't there. I don't even know what this man was doing.
I think he had a mission
But
with the Ambu.
some random mission, like
Think so.
I think Kishimoto was just like, we have to get Kakashi out of here for this to work. So they just had to send him on some random mission. That's what I got from it. So I feel like if he would have gone with them and wouldn't have been on some mission that we don't even know what that was, um, that would have been interesting as well.
Right.
Because
Yeah,
I feel
that would have been interesting.
like they probably would have been able to Sasuke at that point because things Kakashi Kakashi and Shikamaru together have, I mean, that's basically two top tier uh Shinobi in terms of strategy. So them working together on figuring out what to do would have benefited them considerably. And to me, I don't feel like Kakashi would have been able to at least defeat. He's stronger than I would say all of the Sound Four, barring Kimimaru. Maybe that could be a debate. At this time, I feel like he was stronger than the rest of them.
Yeah, there
So
were like a lot of strong people there, and everyone had to go to their fullest extent to
yeah,
yeah defeat him.
but
And that's also why it was a good show or a good arc because we didn't see. I think like Kakashi still would have had a pretty tough time with a lot of them.
yeah, yeah, I would agree, especially if they had to take them on all at once. But
Yeah,
considering, I guess the only one that actually was a definite win was Jirobo against Choji. Choji beat Jirobo. The rest of them were kind of like
Yeah,
draws for the most part,
they,
or even they
it
were
was like
losing until the
when
Sand Ninja got there. So
it was more like they were well, it was not like they lost, like the Leaf Village lost, but it was definitely not a win. It was more like a draw, but it was more like they killed them, but they like the Leaf Village was still alive
yeah,
or barely alive. It was not like, oh yeah, we just defeated them and I'm still awake and full health, Kirito or something.
I think it's hard for me to see if you would have went with them any like timeline that would have seen them actually do worse because it like I mean it's obviously Kakashi, so
Yeah,
considering what already happened and them already winning, it just to me they would have won faster. And assuming they went with the same strategy, leaving one behind, I feel like even in a few of those occasions, Kakashi may have been like, "Oh, I'll stay," or he may have been like, "Oh, we can defeat them together and then move on." Maybe he would have stayed with the person and beat them very quickly and then moved on. So it's hard for me in that sense. It's hard for me to see that um it would have ended up being a 1v1 between Naruto and Sasuke at this
yeah.
time. It probably would have ended up being something else, which resulted in him probably bringing him back. Now,
Oh, by the way, is my mic good or should I?
yeah, you sound fine. You sound fine.
Oh, okay, fine. Okay, that's good.
All right. So, okay, let's go ahead and get into some other shows. Did you have anything in mind from any other anime that you wanted to bring up?
Maybe a One Piece
Okay.
because there are a lot of what ifs.
Yeah.
Um,
Just be careful in
maybe.
terms of spoiling.
Oh, have you not watched everything?
Nah,
Or
nah, nah.
fuck.
I'm very far behind.
Oh yeah, you're right. No, yeah, never mind. You're at Arabasta, so it's really, yeah. You couldn't really. Yeah, never mind. What shows have you watched? Watched then?
Okay. I'm thinking we could. I feel like there's definitely got to be some in Attack on Titan we could talk about. But I'm trying to think
Oh
of
right.
like what would actually be a good one.
What if the characters were all actually compelling to watch?
Wow, 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 wow. Oh my gosh. Oh, this guy. Okay, okay. I know you're not about to have this debate again. Come on now. Come on
Okay.
now.
Yeah. But, um.
Hey, if it have you found anyone that agrees with you on that take? Out of
Huh?
curiosity. Have you found anyone that actually agrees with that take?
Uh.
Oh, that's a
Well,
good one.
not really. I
Hmm,
think. I don't know. Haven't really talked a lot of Attack on Titan.
I got you.
When someone asks about Attack on Titan, I'm mostly say like, "Oh yeah, I know why it's good, but it's just not for me."
I got you.
That's what I say mostly. But if it's on a podcast, of course, I'm gonna rant about it,
Yeah, of course, of course.
being not that good or
Okay.
not to my liking.
All right. So
You watched
here's
SEO or
yeah, SAO2. Yeah, we know, we know. If you guys don't know, just watch any of the other two podcasts that Kurosaki was on. Um, you will see, especially the first one. If you want SAO, the first one. If you want Attack on Titan, the second one. He gets pretty into it. Um,
I got a lot of hot takes, if I say so
yeah,
myself.
yeah, I think that's a fair point. So okay. Getting back to the what ifs, the one that came to my mind and that I saw firstly was, what if Irwin was chosen instead of Armin when they chose someone to revive? What are your thoughts on that?
Erwin, fuck.
This man doesn't even remember who Irwin is. Oh my goodness.
Oh, you mean the commander? Or
Yeah,
fuck
Commander
Erwin.
Irwin. Yeah.
Okay. Um, Well, that would be pretty weird, wouldn't it?
Why would it be weird?
Uh, yeah, because I think wasn't like fuck, who was it again? Who's the main character?
Or Aaron. Yeah.
Aaron. Yeah, Aaron. So Aaron was there, and he's a pretty selfish person. So of course he
True.
shows.
True.
Fuck, keep forgetting the
Armin. Yeah.
Armin. See, that's how much I care about the characters.
Yeah, I can tell. Okay,
So
but
yeah,
first off, since you mentioned about Aaron being selfish, I did want to bring up that definitely Aaron would have been pissed and heated. There probably would have been, because at this time we'd have to probably, the timeline would kind of go like Levi's like, fuck you guys, I'm reviving Erwin. Because I mean honestly, Levi can still probably manhandle Casa to an extent, just because I feel like he's strong. Probably agree on that. He could probably beat her if need be.
yeah.
Same with Aaron. If Aaron's not being into his Titan form, Levi's gonna bring pickings with.
Well, Aaron Titan form and Mikasa, then of course
Yeah,
Levi.
but at this time, I think Aaron was pretty fatigued, so I don't even know if he could have went into his Titan form again. I feel like
Right.
probably not. So Levi probably just been like, "Fuck you guys." He would have beat them up whatever he needed to, and revived Erwin. And if
Mhm.
Erwin was brought back, they definitely would have been able to form much better strategies moving forward, because um just he's smarter than Armin, at least in that moment, and he knows what like they would have been willing to make more sacrifice. He would have been able to lead them forward. For the directly what happened after that, I feel like Erwin would have been like, okay, we're gonna make a plan to go fuck up Marley. It wouldn't have been like Aaron's going on his own. It would have been like the whole everyone is going to get together and be like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go attack.
Mhm.
We're gonna try to finish them off, and that would have been very interesting to see as well.
Oh, we got him! We got him! We got a new
Yo,
person!
Hello, what's up?
Huh?
Erzy
Can you
is
hear me?
here. Yes, we
My
can. Yes, we
sound
can.
might be like, I think my sound should be like really shit, so you have to adjust it a little bit.
Yeah. I'm putting you on 200% right now.
No, I think River because he's recording.
I'm still trying to understand.
I mean, you can too. Okay, what's
Yeah.
up?
Okay,
What's
so
Good
up?
here.
first of all, we need to talk about something that everyone should be aware of.
Okay.
This dude
Okay.
likes
I know who was.
Pringles.
Yeah, I knew it. I knew.
This dude likes Pringles over Lays.
Wow.
I don't get his problem. I really don't get it. Who the
Do you
fuck
have a
likes
problem with it?
Pringles? Yeah, I do.
Well, according to uh, a poll I did on Twitter, out of 120 people who voted, most of the people like Pringles more.
Okay, well then when Korosaki did a poll, it was Lay's. So I mean, what are we doing?
But
Yeah.
I think
But he had like 10 votes, so I have more people on my side.
Yeah, but that's
You
just
get me?
sheer luck, dude. That's sheer luck.
here's the thing. I feel like, considering you had the bias towards Pringles and you wanted Pringles, you could have
Yeah.
sent
I
people there.
think
I feel like Pringles
yo,
people are probably more passionate because they're the minority. So
Yeah.
they're more passionate about the subject. Lay's people are like, oh, Lay's are gonna win and whatever. You know what I mean? They're not necessarily gonna go vote,
literally,
try to get people to
It's
vote.
just like boneless and boneless chicken and chicken with bone, because I think chicken with bone is the best type of chicken, and then there's
that's
people
true.
that are people
Wrong.
with baby teeth,
That's wrong.
and they're just like, I want my chicken nuggets.
That's wrong. But you just quoted my tweet saying, go vote for Lays. I did this anything like that, and you're not blaming me because I had an agenda, okay? That's how it works.
Hey, Lay's are better. Okay,
Yeah,
it
laser
just
better.
is what it is. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what he makes.
Okay. I bet y'all are ass people, aren't you?
What people?
Ass people. Ass or
Ass-
boobs?
Ass or boobs?
Yeah. I think I am that type of person that you mentioned. I'm not gonna
See,
like
see,
I
there are
don't
incriminate
know
just
myself, but
actually. Thighs. I choose thighs.
okay. Here's another thing you have to think of in this subject. If you're choosing if you're going between the two and you choose ass, that would cause it would cause more for the legs because you know what I'm saying. That's kind of connected, whereas the other is not connected, so you can't guarantee both. If you know what I'm saying,
nah, but
it
No,
kind of
no.
goes
Hold
hand
if
on,
in
hold on,
you're
hand.
one sec. So
no, but if you're like
if you think
weighing
about if you
200
think about
kilogram, you don't have nice boobs. You're just fat.
Yeah.
if you think about
So
this is really very thought provoking.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
if you have like thighs or like you have normally a big ass, but if you have like thick thighs, then the sheer girth of your thighs are the same size as your ass, so your ass looks not as curvy, and that's oh,
shall I say something
okay. Yeah,
that you will thighs are overrated.
fuck off.
Hey, you're lucky Pooski isn't here
You're
right now.
wrong.
You're lucky Pooski isn't here right now.
Yeah, thighs are better, 100%.
Because
Dude, me and Puski are the funniest people in the group chat. Okay, maybe not. Okay, maybe not, but Puski is though. Um, and we both have the best taste, and we both know thighs are the
the best
best.
what?
Okay, thighs are the best.
Okay,
Okay, Rinto has
I thought you'd
thighs.
say
Fuck yeah.
you're
And
like 16 or something. You don't know yet. You don't know.
well, yeah, I am 16.
Man pulled the age card on him. I mean, I
I
guess.
don't wanna be ageist, but
How old are you though? 14?
huh?
13?
Am I the oldest one here? I'm 20. How old
Well,
are you,
yeah,
River?
I'm 19, so you're 1 year older than me.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh, you're
almost
the
20
old.
though. Like in a week, I'll be 20.
Okay.
So you
Yeah.
know,
Okay, you're 20. You're both.
close enough. Close enough.
Yeah. Close enough. By the way, is this the podcast already, or are we just chit chatting?
Okay. That was a very
Okay,
introspective.
one sec, one sec. You got. I'm gonna share my screen real quick. Okay, you guys just need to look at this.
Oh my gosh.
Can I get an answer?
What was the question?
Is this part of the podcast, or are we just?
Hey, I'm gonna leave it in, so sure, but we're talking about
Okay.
anime. We're talking about anime what ifs. That's the actual topic that we were talking about, but you
Did you
know,
have like?
My
Did you had
internet,
anything?
my internet stops sometimes. It's really annoying.
we
So
get
guys,
off
What?
topic. Okay, let's see what
look at
this
this.
man
Okay, look
shared
at this.
first, I guess.
Who the fuck gives a shit if these files are here? Like, dude, come on. Like,
Wait, I have to look.
these files are amazing.
Oh my god. He's
If you're,
using anime
I
girls
don't
as
give
a
a shit. I
reference.
don't give a shit about you guys. These files are better than the fucking ads. Okay, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Okay,
Why?
we can agree on this, right? No, Rinse ties are amazing. Okay,
You
no,
look
no,
skinny, my guy.
I don't give a shit. Where the fuck are the? I could have sworn she had like thick thighs.
When we talked about thighs, tits, and ass, I was like talking about real girls. Don't know if any of you have heard of about them.
Yeah,
What?
I'm with you. I'm with you. I would still lean towards the other side of the spectrum on that though, in terms of a real girl. So
So you guys are like not even a thighs person.
no, I am. I'm talking. I would
Oh,
lean toward your side, course, like as opposed to Erzy in this.
oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
true, true.
But
Erzy has
I
like
mean,
the
I
worst
could
type of
appreciate
taste. The
the
worst type of taste. First Pringles, then he chooses to be, I think, a boob person instead of
Yes.
Five person. Everybody knows Five
Jeez.
better.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then we have that one cursed photo that you have. What the fuck, dude? Why were those
Bro,
on
shut
your
up.
PC? Why though? You
Would it
know
be better?
the one, right?
I know.
I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. Okay, I'm pulling it up.
Oh no. Oh no.
I'm sorry to bring up like the same type of same photo, but we can all agree that that one is one of the most cursed ones ever.
Yeah, it's not
I
great.
never again.
It's not.
What the fuck is this, dude?
I never
Here you
again
go.
posted
Here you go. What the fuck is this? First of all, what the fuck? Your screen so fucking dirty. Clean it, dude.
Yeah, it's dirty.
Clean
It's
it.
dirty. It's dirty.
And
It's
then
really
why the
dirty.
fuck
You're
are
right.
those Pringles just on your keyboard?
Oh my gosh.
Because why not? It's more comfortable to
Why
reach
not?
there instead of the fitness cam.
It's fucking dirty. You can just look at the fucking screen and you know that your fucking PC is dirty. You're gonna put
It is.
all the germs from your PC on your fucking in your fucking mouth. Just, dude, why put the Pringles there? There's literally a fucking carton full of Pringles that you can just pick them out. Like, it's not hard.
It was for the photo, okay? It was for the photo.
What?
It was, it was for the photo. I wanted to showcase that I'm eating Pringles and I'm watching episode 1 of One Piece.
Oh my
And
gosh.
for that, I didn't want to show the Pringles can because I didn't have enough space. So I pulled some Pringles out of there and put them on the.
Oh my fucking dude. I can't believe you, dude.
Shut up. I'm
It's not
I'm not
that
discussing
hard.
this with
Just don't put the
blind people.
Pringles on your fucking PC. It's not that hard. Just don't.
Y'all can't
This
appreciate that.
isn't. I know this is not art. The Pusky said this picture is a work of art, but it's obvious.
Yeah, he said he's like, nah, he was being real. He was being real.
Oh my gosh. Wow, wow. Okay. Back to the topic at hand. Erzy, did you have any anime what ifs that come to your mind that you just got here?
I mean, I actually have a video about a what if. I made a video about what. I made a video about what if Gohan never trained. Thought it might grab the attention of some Dragon Ball people because no one like proper discussed it. Kind of flopped, but
Okay. So what are your what were your thoughts on that what if then? If you wanted to give a quick
I
summary.
mean,
No, just watch the video that he is going to put out.
yeah, just
Let's watch the video. Hey.
No, like I can summarize it already.
Okay, so if my evolution from selfless plugging is shameless plugging, my bad. Is okay, so first I don't shameless plug at all. Then the second time I'm on this show is I plug myself like 21 times, and now I plug for someone else. This is how my
Redemption.
evolution worked, dude.
And
Oh man. Okay. So oh Timmy, are you here?
no.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh wow, Timmy is here.
Wow. Isn't that something?
So
Then my dad still isn't home. That's
Oh my. So Timmy, are you with us for real this time or are you gonna be going again?
right here.
Okay. Alright, so I guess I'll just go into we could we go back into Attack on Titan again? Korosaki?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So the what if I was talking about before all of this was what if Erwin was revived instead of Armin? Because I feel like that's something very interesting to think about.
Yeah.
Curious what are your thoughts, Erzy, on that?
Okay. It will probably start changing people's thought stuff. and not
Yeah.
before, right? Are we talking manga as well? Like, did you all read
No,
the manga?
without the manga, just off of season 4, like the end of season 4. So, I haven't read the manga, so I don't go too deep into that. But
What the fuck happened in season 4 again?
okay, so the end of season 4 was when the Marley blimps were like pulling up on Paradis, and then like Aaron was like looking out at them as they were like coming in. He was like, "Reiner, bring it on," and that's where it like ended. If you remember that point.
Oh right, yeah, that's right. Oh, okay. A little griffish.
Hmm. I mean, anime didn't really have such a big role in Attack on
Yeah,
Titan season 4, so you have to like wait out a little and see how much you think Edwin would have an impact on the story.
I feel like he would have done
Because I
more than
think,
Armin did to that point.
yeah, I think he would do more, and maybe he'd be a little more aggressive towards
Definitely.
Eden. And Admin's like all about trying to bring him back because they are friends, obviously, and so is Mikasa. But I think if Admin was dead and Edwin was alive, I think they'd probably lean towards a plan for not rescuing Eren, but basically killing him, I think.
Oh, okay. I think that's a possibility. If it does go down that road, it's just in my mind. What I was thinking is, Erwin might actually want to attack Marley with Aaron. That might be his thought
Yeah,
process of, oh, let's go fuck him up right now. But he might have been like, oh, let's get all our troops together and let's go over there instead of Aaron just having to do it on his own. Then Erwin might have been like, let's all go at the same time. So that was kind of my mindset. But I definitely get where you're coming from too. If it would have been a similar perspective as that, Erwin would have been a lot more cutthroat in terms of Aaron as he would kind of betrayed them in a way. So he would have been a lot more cutthroat in terms of, oh, let's get rid of Aaron or whatever we need to do. So yeah, definitely wouldn't got his ass beat like Armin did. I know that. So
that's true.
uh, Timmy, what are your thoughts on this?
On what's his face?
Yeah.
On your
Damn,
I say, um,
dude, I respect Timmy now because, dude, the first time I heard him talk were 2 sentences, and now he has said it 3. I'm really proud of him. He has come a long way.
Yes, definitely.
Like the Evolution podcast, not the What If podcast. Korosaki is developing in his self. What was it again? The word self-plugging.
Oh, self-promoting?
Oh yeah.
This self-promoting arc, and Timmy is going all Komi-san, but actually bettering himself.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Any of you watch Komi-san?
I'm not caught up. I've seen a few episodes though.
Best best anime of the season, I think.
Really?
Of course, the season isn't like that strong, to be honest, but it's a good show, I think.
I've enjoyed this season.
I haven't caught up to Komi. Has anybody watched Heike? Oh no, actually, let's keep that for another
Yeah.
podcast.
Kurosaki really
Because
wants to talk about that.
yeah, fucking Heike, dude, I just finished it. It's so good.
Yeah. We may be doing a podcast in
You,
the
you
future
know,
about
you
that.
know,
So
you know the feeling that you get when you just watch like a show and it feels like you've witnessed something so
History.
yeah, I know
yeah,
what you
you
mean.
history. Yeah, that's what that's what Heike gave me.
Well,
It,
okay.
it it has that kind of
Yeah.
feeling that you, it's just the feeling of satisfaction, I guess. You know what I
High
mean?
praise, high praise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. back to the topic at hand. Timmy,
Yeah.
you still hadn't got to talk about your favorite show, Attack on Titan, yet.
I think you're thinking of something different then. Anyway, um, so if I remember correctly, it's if Erwin or something
Yeah,
didn't die,
yeah.
basically.
Instead, like if he came back instead of Armin, basically.
I forget his name. Um, it's pretty cool. So with that whole thing, I feel like mm, I feel like I don't want to say better 'cause I feel like if Erwin were to come back, I think the respect that we kind of gained for Armin would go away, and we wouldn't get to see his growth into like becoming a leader like him. And
See,
then I feel like in that aspect is pretty like I guess something to think about because it's like I get like having a seasoned like person who can already lead would be better, but like at the same time, I guess from a story aspect, it's like seeing a character grow from being given, I guess, a second chance, and it's kind of like you kind of see him like, okay, I got to step up because the person who could have been brought back, I guess, like
was
should
already
have
so
been,
high above him.
yeah,
Yeah,
basically, just like they chose me instead of him, so I have to show out, kind of thing.
yeah, I get you.
And so it really prompted him to like become, I guess, to grow and like become a better character. So I think that in a sense was like reason for why he shouldn't Erwin shouldn't have. But if Erwin was the one to come back, I feel like things would have progressed very different. I feel like Mikasa and Aaron would have left for one, um, because literally their best friend literally like is dead, not coming back. So
Yeah,
like
that's
I feel
true.
like they wouldn't feel a connection. They wouldn't feel a reason to stay anymore. So I could see them leaving, and then I feel like things would just kind of work different. It'd be a whole different corpse. I forget what they're called, but like the whole different like atmosphere and vibe with everyone. So I feel like that's also something to consider.
True, true. Do you think they would have? Do you think Erwin would have wanted to attack Marley at that time, or do you think he would have kind of maintained what actually happened when it was they weren't going after them right then, and Aaron kind of did it on his own?
Well, I feel like I don't really remember this, but I'll try anyways. I feel like with that, I could see it being like let me think, because if thinking about it, I feel like Aaron would go off, Aaron and Mikasa would go off, and maybe they would attack on their own, maybe, and then
Okay,
what's this place would be like, yo, we should just capitalize on this
I
kind
can
of
see
deal,
that. Yeah,
and so I could see him attacking, capitalizing on what like because we all know like Aaron is freaking like overpowered as hell. So it's like they could. I feel like if Aaron went in there did damage, he'd be like, "Hey, go follow up on whatever he's doing," and then it'd go from there. I don't know how it would turn out, but I feel like that's kind of like a start or whatever.
okay. Got you, got you. All right. So, was there any? Did you guys have any other ones that you thought of, or you want me to go
Um,
into some other ones I had?
yeah, just pick another one, I guess.
Okay, okay.
You need a thumbnail. What is Nami's tits were actually twice as big as they are?
What?
I think the universe would be just implode on itself just out of it being too much for
I think
the
if her
universe
tits
would
would
be able to
be
handle it.
twice
What are we talking about?
if Nami's tits were twice as big as they are now, I think the show would be called Two Piece.
I think there exists a two piece, right? There has been like I think a parody show that's called the Two Piece.
I
I've
think it
seen
could
something
already be
like that
called
on my
two piece
timeline.
just off of how big they are right now. Honestly,
Oh no! I don't mean it like that. I mean like really.
I
I
know.
think there's some show called Two Piece.
Yeah, I think I've seen that like a parody version. Yeah, I think so. Okay.
Is it on another platform like
Like
Do I really need to go on a show about Nami's tits on another platform?
Yeah, it's
Uh,
probably nhentai.net, I think.
Oh my gosh.
Something like that. I don't know.
Okay, okay.
Um,
Here's another good one I thought of. So, what if L would not have died? Death Note.
then Light would have died.
Also,
He
Like
he
he
would
died.
live then, right?
He would have died anyway. But I mean,
let's just
you know what I
say,
mean?
for the sake of this, let's say that Light was not able to basically orchestrate the plan that he initially had to cause L's death. Let's just say that for whatever reason you want to say, he wasn't able to do that. So L had more time and stayed alive past that point, basically.
No, but actually, L knew that Light was the
Kira.
was Kira. Yeah. So
Also, or how I
you
don't
know
quite remember.
he know it. He knew it.
He was like 5% sure that he was Kira or something like this.
I think he
Yeah,
had
and
been
then
pretty sure previously though, and he still
yeah,
hadn't.
he was pretty sure, and he did
I
it
mean,
because
deep down he probably knew, but he couldn't prove it. So
yeah, he couldn't prove it.
Well, he still didn't have proof of this time though, did he? I don't think so.
He kind of did.
nah, did
Not
he?
in not until the
I think
point where Light
I
actually
think he did.
killed him. I don't think he had proof at this because that was like right after the fact of when Light had erased his memories and then came back and able to formulate that plan that he did to cause us. So I don't think there was any necessarily proof yet. I feel like for me personally, I think that it would have taken some time, but I feel like L would have caught Light. It just
Maybe he
because
caught Light, but he kind of just didn't want to admit that
it's possible.
he was Kira because he had his first friend. He got his first friend, and he
That's a
didn't
good
want.
point.
He was emotional.
Timmy, did you have anything to
The
add?
thing is,
Uh, I'm thinking. Hold on. I don't know, to be honest, because it's like, because I feel like it's kind of like, not, I want to say biased, but kind of like almost redundant in a sense to say like, if L were alive, would he have been able to figure it out? And I feel like with how smart L is, I feel like given enough time, he could find out it's Light. I feel.
Yeah.
But I guess it's just more of like how, and it's like who's to say like even if he's alive for like what like a year longer that L not sorry that Light just won't kill L then kind of deal, because I feel like
That's true.
kind of had to die, if you know what I mean. I don't know.
At least to progress. Yeah, it's interesting because I feel like almost the same course of events could have happened where Light, of course, no, that wouldn't have, because Light wouldn't have had the confidence he did after L died because he thought that was the only person who could challenge him. So he still would have been like on his toes at all times. So yeah, it's definitely possible that he still could have been able to kill L. But if that plan didn't work that he had, it's hard for me to see
I
what
don't
other way he
think
could have used to do so.
I don't think L would have won against Light. Just personally, because even if like L had a good opportunity, a good plan to catch him, I think Light would rather like use half his lifespan and just do the Shinigami. I think
That's
than getting
true.
caught.
Yeah, because he might have just been like, "Oh shit,
Well,
I can't do it
yeah,
without this."
it depends on the circumstances. Because when N caught him, he was kind of off guard and surprised, and he was sure of his victory. But if
Yeah,
something similar happened with L, he probably would have busted him, but because he was like working together with L, he probably would have noticed that, and therefore he would have just used his shotgun. I don't think L would have
yeah,
necessarily won
that's
if Light
true.
hadn't killed him at this point.
Just because as well that Light never, because I think a large part of why Light lost is getting too overconfident, thinking he had this in the bag and no one could defeat him. because he already defeated his biggest adversary in L. So if that didn't happen, Light would have
True.
been a lot more, you know, he would have been a lot less overconfident. So I feel like he may have maintained his throughout this, and if he was pushed to the max to get the Shinigami eyes, he may have had overconfidence at that point. But even after killing L, if Nier came, he would have been able to kill him because of Shinigami eyes. If he did do that, he would have really had no issue to that. How they just created the world he envisioned. It would be hard for me to see how anyone would beat him if he did do that. Okay.
What if Timmy was actually present in the second episode that I was in?
Huh. That's an interesting what if right there. Yeah, you got anything to say about that, Timmy?
I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
pretty interesting because we wouldn't have such a fire like fire like the thumbnail. Yeah, we wouldn't have such a fire thumbnail if he wasn't that present.
Yes. True. True.
Oh, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Ah,
it was a fire thumbnail. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it was definitely top tier.
What
Definitely.
if what if Timmy didn't kill 99.9% of germs?
Okay.
What?
who would be dying? Everyone's alive because of me.
Yes, we're very thankful for that, Timmy. Very thankful. Very
Welcome.
thankful.
Welcome.
Since you're actually the Bleach expert, no pun intended. Did you are there any good what ifs from Bleach that you would like to
No,
discuss?
no. No Bleach.
Anyway,
Don't want
I feel
bleach
like
in my
the good
eyes.
ones that people think of. What if Aizen beat Ichigo?
Okay.
Then
And,
we would
I
have.
don't want to get spoiled.
what? What happened? What,
I'm legit.
what happened?
I think he said he doesn't want to be spoiled, which
Oh,
I don't want to be
I can
spoiled.
agree with that.
Also, if you want to see a video
What
about Bleach, subscribe to my channel, Erzy33. I'm working on a Bleach video.
Hey, link in the
Yeah,
description.
Erzy is going through his own evolution.
Own evolution.
Yeah.
Okay, is there any less spoiler territory Bleach what ifs than Timmy?
I guess what if Ichigo never met Ruki? Oh no, that's pretty lame one.
I mean,
What
we
if,
can talk about other
One Piece?
franchises. Like One Piece, pretty big.
Yeah. What if we got to Elbaf earlier in the story?
Huh?
What if we get to Elbaf early in the
Well,
story? What if they chose to take the log post to what was it again? Log post to Elbaf. Hello?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Because I think you do. You know when they are like on the Dino Island, right?
That
The
would
giant
the
with
two
the
giant
Giants.
dudes.
Yeah. So they get from the giant dudes an log post to Elbaf, right? So what if
Ah.
they went to Elbaf earlier in the story?
So that
But
was
how
the
else?
island.
Yeah, it was on the Dino Island. That's like the it's Elbaf is the giant island, just to be clear.
And how should they?
Because
Wait.
How should they go to?
there is probably a reason why they did.
No, it's like it's a road, and they have to pass like the island they are passing at the moment to even go to Elbaf.
Yeah, but
I would go.
it's an eternal log post, dude. They got an eternal log post to Elbaf. You know what an eternal log post is, right?
Oh yeah, they
Nah.
did. They did. Yeah, I recall that.
Right? So
What's the need?
don't you know what an eternal log post is?
Basically, like they can.
No.
It's like a automatic uh compass that'll just show you where to go, right, to get there. Pretty much.
It's a
Yeah, but
compass
they
that
still need to.
keeps onto an island. So
Yeah.
it's like a
Oh, okay, I know that, but
yeah. So that's an eternal log post, and they get that from Augie and Broggy. That's their names, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they get that. So what if they just went there
That'd be interesting.
instead of using the other log posts?
Well,
Because
so they
there is definitely a reason why they didn't before. I think there's like something in Elbev that
have they still not been there?
No, they're still not there.
Oh
no.
shit.
They're now in one. Huh? Ik ben bezig met.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I feel like.
I mean, if you're saying what if they skip the island and straight on just went to Elbaf, they get wrecked in the new world, probably.
Well, does
So,
Elbev sit in the new world? Like, is it in the new world? We don't know.
I mean, I think it does. It probably does, right?
Well, we actually don't know, and what you're now just saying is headcanon.
Hmm.
Because what I heard a theory about like Elbaf. Have you seen like the video from what's his name again? It's not Grand Line. It's O'Hara. O'Hara made a
O'Hara.
video about like maybe
Man, O'Hara's
like
videos were really
devil
dodgy.
fruit trees. That there because there's like two trees, I think. There was like one tree, like tree Eve, right? That gives like light to the the roots of the Eve tree give light to the Fishman Island, right? So there is an Eve
Yeah.
tree. It's really big, and there's also like then there should have been an Adam tree, I think, and I think Usopp referenced that, so it could be an like you know what, like Usopp has always every lie that he said comes true mostly, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's said in the translation, I think, of like the manga or the anime, that there is like an Adam tree, something that Usopp said. So then there would be an Eve tree and an Adam tree, and the Eve tree is probably like hidden with the what was it again? The world government has probably the Eve tree like under heavy protection, but then there should
Maybe
also be an tree
maybe in
out there,
Naruto.
because they're the giant people, and there they have like yeah I don't remember the theory, but something like that. Just search it up. You'll probably find it. But it's pretty interesting to think about, because then those trees, he says, yeah, there maybe are devil trees, right? Like devil fruit trees. Um, and then why would the people of the Navy try and get to Elbaf? Because they're trying to get to Elbaf, but they can't because it's the city of giants, right? So there is a reason why they need to get to the city of giants, or like the land of giants.
Okay.
And
I have watched all of One Piece. I'm caught up with the manga, and I didn't understand like most of what you're saying
yeah, I'm really bad at
because
explaining. My bad.
I think I understand
not the,
the idea.
not the theory, not the theory. Like yo, what is because if okay, they got it on the island with Froggy and
Yeah.
what was his name again? Okay, so your what if?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever his name was. So your what if is what if they go to Elbaf right then and now?
Yeah.
Okay, and you were explaining about the Eve and the Adam tree
Yeah. So there
because we were talking about
there exists an Eve tree, and there's also an Adam tree. That's what the theory says. And
yeah,
supposedly it's in Elbath, but that's not really confirmed. That's more of the theory. And
yeah,
he explains that if it's an if the Adam tree is in Elbath, then there should be like then if that's true, then that's also a reason for the Navy to go to Elbath, because the Navy wants to go to Elbath in the current story, right? And it's definitely for a reason. And I don't fucking know.
Okay. I think I
Yeah.
understand the point to an extent. I think if something like that would have taken place earlier, let's say they went there right after that island, definitely would have changed a lot because obviously then they're not going to Alabasta at that time, and then who knows what the trajectory it would have taken at that point. So would have been interesting. I did want to move on though.
Yeah,
Past
yeah.
that.
yeah.
Okay, so
I was done with that.
here's the good one I was thinking of. What if Deku had a quirk? Like to start out with instead of just not
Do
having
you
one.
know? Do you know the theory?
If we're talking about Deku having a
Can I?
quirk, then it really doesn't have an underdog feeling
Yeah.
to it, right?
Okay, so you're saying he is an underdog right now with the strongest quirk of the entire show.
Oh yeah, no. The thing is, they tried to make it an underdog story, but then they just gave him the strongest quirk,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
that also kind of ruined the story, I would
Yeah.
think, because they introduced a person with not a quirk, and then oh wow, oh you get the best quirk. It doesn't make sense, right? So
I have.
if he does
It's
get a
a,
quirk, then why? It would have just been better if he didn't have a quirk and it stayed that way. That would be the best thing. And then
yeah,
he,
it would be really cool if he
Well,
didn't have a quirk, right?
yeah,
Like using tech and stuff.
yeah,
Because I have shitted so many times on My Hero Academia in my video, and that was like one of my points. It's an underdog story, and they give him the best quirk in the second season. And even though he had to like master it, like by season 2, he's one of the strongest in his class. So,
yeah.
but I wanted to talk about the actual what if. And do you want to say something? I kind of River.
Oh, okay. Um,
Do you want to say something?
yeah, I was just gonna say that going off of your point, I'm not sure if it was necessarily meant to be an underdog story. Like I don't know if that's what he had in mind. It just started out like that. Maybe that was just I don't know how to explain it, but he might have just envisioned like, okay, he's gonna get the strongest quirk. May not have been like, oh, let's make this an underdog story. I don't know if that was the point. That's similar to like what
well,
people say about Naruto too. I don't think that was necessarily the idea of it. Something
it
that
just
it
turned
just
out that
seemed like
way.
it was
The original
somehow.
thought was maybe an underdog story, or like more. I think Naruto is a story about a kid trying to be accepted in
Yeah.
society, you know. Um, and that's still kind of true till the end. Uh, though people still think it's kind of an underdog story because he was alone, of course, and he didn't have the best of powers. But that really doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, just
I-
continue. Yeah.
Yeah, just to talk
Yeah.
about the what if. I feel like if he did have a quirk, it's a lot less likely that he. Well, I guess he still could have got one for all because if he was still put in that same situation and All Might saw him, he might have still had one for all, which then would just make him so much more overpowered. And he would have already had his first quirk under control. So if he also got one for all on top of that, whatever quirk it is, let's just say it's something useful for being a hero, or even at that point, how were you gonna say, Tim?
I disagree with that because, well, for reasons that I can't go into,
You're kind of
actually
lying.
not be a good thing. It kind of like once you like get to a realization, and once you get to a point in the manga, I don't know how far the anime is, but once it gets there and you see that, you'll know that uh, mm, Deku having a quirk would actually be a detriment to him if he were to have a quirk and then get one for all.
Okay, so conclusion: no.
I can't say how or
No,
why.
no.
Oh,
Just no. My it's done.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
then I didn't get to
My
say a
hero.
single
Conclusion: my hero shouldn't exist.
Wow.
True. I can live with that, to be honest.
Okay,
Okay,
okay.
one. I think if Deku had a quirk, he would be less that determined to become a hero because, like,
That's true.
his whole thing was, I don't have a quirk, now I have the best quirk from All Might, and now I want to be the best hero. I think he would have been like that. If he had like a strong quirk like Bakugo, I think he would turn into a lazier character and therefore would be a worse
Yeah,
hero. And also, do you guys know the theory about how Deku actually had it work? But it was stolen by all
oh, really?
for no, one for all for one, yes. Because do you remember the doctor who told Deku that he doesn't have a quirk?
Yeah.
I think that was like the same doctor who was working with Shigaraki.
Yeah, I feel like they did allude to that. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, and he obviously he was working with Shigaraki because he had contacts to All for One,
Yeah.
and therefore it would be quite easy for All for One to just take his quirk. So there's this popular theory of that.
Got you, got you.
Okay, can I just clarify something?
What's up?
I don't hate my hero. It's just that I find it generic and kind of boring. But that's it. It's not bad.
Yeah, I think it definitely has its points to it, and as I've heard from obviously manga readers, it gets a lot more interesting as we go along here past this point we're at in the anime. So it will be interesting to see that, especially moving forward. And basically, given what Timmy said, it wouldn't really make sense for him to have a quirk and then get uh all for one, or one for all. So I think that if he did have a quirk, it would make more sense for him not to get it, which could push it to someone else, which could be another what if. Like, what if someone else got it? Like, I've seen like, what if Bakugo got one for all? And then obviously people talk about Mirio getting one for all. So like, what if he would have gotten it? So what do you guys thoughts on like someone else getting one for all? Like, in terms of those people I mentioned, or maybe someone else even.
If Bakugo got one for all, I think society would go down.
That's a possibility. But
Yeah,
he from what we know about Bakugo, it seemed like he also was a big fan of All Might. So it's possible that this could have pushed him down the right path because I don't feel that Bakugo has never been to actually because people make him out to be like a villain, but he's never really had those intentions. At least he's always he's just the way he acts would
I
portray him as a
mean,
villain, but he's never actually had those intentions from my point of view.
I mean, he kind of bullied Deku and told him to go and die, like seriously. So
Okay, sorry, my bad. I really need to go right now. Yeah,
No
yeah.
problem, no problem. Yeah.
yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah, guys,
Bye.
fuck my shit when I'm gone. Okay, thanks. See ya.
Okay. See ya. All right.
Bye.
Okay. So Timmy, what were your thoughts on like what if Bakugo got all for one then, or one for all?
I feel like it would definitely be interesting because like I feel like we'd get to see a lot more from his perspective, and that would also kind of open up like why he is the way he is a lot sooner. We get to see that, and I feel like people would see him differently. And I feel like also it'd be interesting because then if we say that, that would mean what's his face? Bakugo would have to be in a situation where he doesn't have a quirk. And so I'm just thinking personally, like how because like given how Bakugo is, how would he like get to a point where he'd meet All Might and All Might would look at him and be like, yes, I want this man to inherit this quirk.
Well, I guess we could just say like, what if Deku and him switch positions in that instance, and let's say Bakugo defeated the villain in the same, or he actually defeated the villain as opposed to the way Deku just went in there. Let's say Bakugo actually fought the villain. Maybe he didn't defeat him, but like the same situation. Because I could see that being a possibility for Bakugo to do that, just out of him. I don't know, just being angry. Of course, he was
Because,
petrified.
like,
He was. I don't know. We could just say that though, just out of
I
whatever the
don't know.
fuck. I don't know.
It would be really interesting because he wouldn't have a quirk and then be given this, and it's like I feel like I don't know. It's just I think it'd be interesting. I don't know. The quirk just kind of obviously maybe I'm saying this because we've only seen it with Deku, but it seems like it just fits Deku. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, I can understand. At least the way he's using it, because obviously he uses it
Yeah.
considerably different than All Might did. So
Yeah, you can use it in different ways, and it's thought that like All Might. Oh, can I say this? Yeah, no, I can. It's thought that All Might already had a quirk when he had it. Like,
yeah,
yeah, the like body enhancement or whatever quirk kind of thing. It's like I've seen like a thing. It was like people think like he had a body enhancement quirk, which allowed him to like off base use um all all for one no one for all like to its maximum capacity because he can make his body able to withstand it. That's why like he can puff himself up and puff himself down. Is why people think.
I could definitely see that for sure, because that's not really inducive to what we've seen in terms of one for all. Because we've, obviously Deku has no ability like that, so it would make sense for All Might to have something on top of that. I could definitely see that. I mean, I think like's been said, it's hard to really see anyone else getting it, just in terms of situation things were in, how the story was wanted to push forward. I mean, even if people talk about Muriel getting it, I think that that would have been good as well, just because he's similar to Deku in a way, and I think that he's obviously less of a bitch than Deku, at least so far, is what it seems. So I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on if Muriel would have got it, because that's another person I hear people mention a lot in terms of this conversation.
I was
I
thinking
think
that
that
because I was thinking like the whole thing, the whole thing that happened with Mirio,
Yeah,
like had me thinking like, um, say like All Might hadn't found someone yet to give the quirk to, and like we're taking Deku out of the picture entirely, and then these bullets that like then Eri comes around who can basically take away a person's quirk. Did he then like ideally find someone who he finds to be most suitable, have Eri take their quirk away, and then boom, give it to them?
yeah,
yeah, but
that's
I
true.
think it is one for all for people with quirks as well,
What do you say? I can't really hear.
What was that? What was that,
right?
Erzy?
I think the person having a quirk isn't a problem because you can pass down one for all to people with quirks as well.
Yeah, I think he was saying like something in the manga attributes to that like we wouldn't know yet if we hadn't. I don't know if you read the manga, but he's saying there's like something that would be more of a spoiler to mention that kind of prevents it from making sense.
Like a person who has one for all can pass it to someone with a quirk, but it's not viable. I'll just say that. It's
Would
not.
that, let's say, what, but if All Might did have a quirk, then how, I guess you don't want to spoil anything, but that kind of, it's counterintuitive.
Yeah, I know it is. That's what I was thinking too, but I think I know why, and I think it's just better left said.
Okay,
Better
I got
left
you.
said.
Maybe it just depends on the quirk or something.
Okay.
Never mind. Okay. We'll just, hey, you know what? We'll just move past it. We don't. But I feel like yeah, it would just taken the story in a different direction for sure. But all right. Here's another one I wanted to mention. Another one of Timmy's favorite anime. I was gonna say, in Hunter x Hunter, what if when they finished Greed Island, if they were transported to Jing instead of Kite, if they actually went to Jing? What do you guys think would have happened then? I think that's interesting to think about.
Well,
Be right back.
All right. Erzy, did you
yeah,
have anything?
definitely interesting. Yeah. It depends on like what Jing was doing at the time, because we don't know what Jing was doing at the time. So we assume that only Gon went with him, and Killua just kind of, because he could have just gone to Jing if he went there alone.
Yeah, that was
so. I don't think they would like fight against the Chimera Ant, or Jing wasn't. So I don't think Gon or Jing would have even cared about that. So probably.
Yo.
Anybody plugs me already?
You're back?
Huh?
No. Has anybody plugged me already?
Not yet, no.
Okay, yo guys, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Korosaki. I'm trying to hit 261 subscribers, so that fucking other Kurosaki gets the fuck out of my place, okay? This dude, he doesn't even upload good content. It's just SCPs, reels. It's not even good. It's just like some random shit that he put together in fucking PowerPoint or something and then screen record it. Motherfucker, that shit is trash.
Yeah.
Just watch my quality content. Just subscribe to my shit, dude. And then also, maybe go to my Twitter. It's also Korosaki. No, it's not Korosaki. It's Alidari 12345 6.
Yeah, your Twitter is kind of weird. It's Twitter, man.
Yeah, I don't fucking know why I did that. Anyways, so just search Korosaki or something. Yeah, that's it. Cool, right? Cool, yeah. All right, see ya.
Thank you for that. Link in the description.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my gosh. So back to what we were saying before we were rudely interrupted. Erzy, I think you were still talking.
Yeah. Now I have to think about where I left. I think Kite would have probably still go. I think Kite would have probably died because he kind of underestimated Pitu, and like the fact that Gon Killua just ran away wouldn't really change anything what would happen to Kite. So
yeah,
the only difference would be that Pitu would also be with the king, and
true.
Netero would still blow himself up.
Do you think it's possible that if they went to Jing, because I would assume that Jing has connections, so I would assume he would have heard about the Chimera Ants. Do you think Gon would have pushed Jing to go there with him to fight them? I could see that happening, honestly. You think that's a possibility?
the I don't know how likely it is that Jing knew what the camera is, because like he didn't even have a clue what happened to Kite and stuff
He
until
didn't?
Gon explained it.
Oh
No,
yeah,
I
that's right.
think
That's right.
Gon like cried in front of him and explained everything, and he didn't know it. But if
Yeah.
the camera ends won and survived and became a bigger threat, I can definitely see them going there.
Yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. Especially if, for example, Pito wouldn't have been if they didn't go, Pito wouldn't have been dealing with Gon. So like I think you previously mentioned this, she probably would have been with the king, which would that could potentially mean that she would have went to fight Netero, or she would have, at least because Mirwin probably wouldn't want to back up, so she might have been in the shadows or something, or it would have made more sense for them to win in this instance, just because if they didn't have gone there to defeat Pito, then that's one more person they would have had to worry
Yeah,
about, and that would have kind of caused because they already barely were able to win as it was, and that was with basically the poison bomb hacks that Netero did to Mirwin, because Mirwin was going to be unbeatable, untouchable. And even if that still happened, with Pito still alive, I think they still could have won with just the 3 royal guards and not even having Mirwin there either. So that would have been something as well. And then, like you said, then Jing probably would have had to come and whatnot. And I believe, am I mistaken in saying this? Do the royal guards grow? Don't they? The Chimerians, they go stronger pretty rapidly, don't they? I think. Or am I
I
tripping?
mean, if they eat humans, they do,
Ooh.
I think, but not
Yeah,
if
yeah.
they just chill and do
Okay.
nothing.
Well, they could have been considerably stronger by this point potentially. When Jing would have had to
Yeah,
come, so that could have been
we
very interesting.
we don't know how strong Sting is,
Yeah,
but like
he's
I can see him being pretty strong and stronger than Meruem, to be
stronger
honest.
than Midwim. I was gonna say he's probably at least somewhat closer relative to Netero, maybe stronger. Um, that's tough though, just
Mm,
because he's so out there. He's such an outlier. We have really no idea.
yeah, I always like viewed him as a Shanks type of character. Like
Yeah,
he's never
yeah.
around, kind of the strongest in the franchise.
Hmm.
But like you said, we have no idea how strong he is.
Yeah, yeah. Timmy, did you
He could have been.
yeah, I got
What's
you.
up?
Did you hear what the what if was before you left? Did you have any thoughts on it?
Um, er, so I kind of forgot this bit, but assuming this is an assumption, I feel like if he would have met up with Jing, I feel like this is kind of out there, but I feel like nothing really would have happened because I feel like because I remember because Jing when Gon was like in the hospital or whatever, like mad like sick or something, I don't remember. Jing was not trying to see him regardless, and he knew. So it's like I feel like if they like popped up on him, homie would have just left. He would have just dipped.
Yeah, yeah.
So I feel like like I feel like it'd be more of a like I feel like it just spur going to push on harder. But like going like, oh my dad is alive. He is out there. Even though he ran, I'm still gonna find him, kind of thing.
I seem to remember when they talked, feel like Jing had mentioned that like he was prepared for going to find him. I feel like I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that Jing was prepared for going to find him, and if he did, he would have talked to him at that point.
Okay, so I'm not gonna because I'm not gonna. I have no idea what they spoke on. I totally
I
forgot.
got you.
I'm saying could be completely just like out there and wrong, and he
That's
could have
true.
been the whole time like, "Hey, what up, son?" and like hugged him or something. So,
Okay, here was the point that I made that Erzy didn't think case. But I was thinking it's possible that considering Jing probably had connections, he may have heard about the Chimera ants becoming a thing and becoming a issue. So therefore, if Gon was with him at this time, then Gon would have heard it probably as well as Jing. So Gon could have pushed Jing to go there and maybe help with the cause. But Erzy had mentioned that he didn't think that that would be possible just because Jing didn't know about Kite's death, and Gon had to explain that to him. So he was thinking that it's possible he wouldn't have known about the Chimera Ants, but I still thought that it could have been a possibility. He just didn't know about Kite's death. So it could kind of go either way. But did you have anything to say about that, Timmy? Or what do you think?
I'm gonna be real. I don't remember when the Chimera ants were introduced, so I can't really say.
They were basically when they got transported to Kite was kind of around the time they were introduced. And then they
Huh.
had, Netero got all those elite hunters together, and then they went to go fight them, and then Gon and Killer were there and whatnot. So does that help? You remember or?
I think it would be very interesting if he. I feel like we don't know anything about Jing and his fighting ability, right?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah.
Did you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, all I said was I don't think we know anything about Jing's fighting ability anyway. So like, it's just something to think about. Like, cause like I don't know. I feel like he would be a good addition. Just don't know how.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's pretty possible that either he was a little bit stronger than Netero or significantly where he could compete with Mirwin, so it kind of could go either way. But I think he definitely, I feel like it's a possibility he could have been able to beat Mirwin. I mean, obviously, probably not after he got the boost after the bomb because that Mirwin was ridiculous. But obviously, Lee Rose Mirwin or whatever you want to call him could have been a potential for him to beat, and if that did happen, then it probably would prevent Netero's death and then prevent a lot of the bad things happening that did. So it would have been very interesting to see. But I think it's about close time to wrap this up. So if you unless you guys had any what ifs that had come to head recently that you really wanted to get off, I think it's about time to wrap it up. So
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know if y'all spoke on this, but I feel like there's a really obvious one that's spoken on a lot. But like, what if Naruto left the village instead?
okay, we had mentioned we were talking about a little bit about about Sasuke leaving early, but we never had mentioned that one when it was just me and Korosaki. But yeah, we could quickly go over that because I feel like that's interesting. Because you could pretty much just say Naruto basically kind of got fed up with how he was being treated, and then he just kind of went to leave. I guess would be kind of the way we go down with that. Would you agree with that?
Yeah,
Or okay.
I feel like it'd be interesting. That mean he kind of give in to Kuruma, like Kuruma's like kind of rage and all that.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be like easily like that would be an interesting dynamic. Just seeing them like have a hate relationship kind of thing for like everyone around them, and like I wonder if that would affect kind of like his abilities with him and all that and whatnot. I feel like that'd be interesting.
Because maybe they could grow a bond like they did, but kind of towards the other side of the spectrum where they're kind of becoming more. Naruto's kind of like, oh, Kurama, people do suck. They are terrible, and they kind of grow a bond through that, which kind of pushes Naruto probably down more of a villainous path, or becoming more of a rogue ninja type of thing. So that would definitely change obviously everything. Do you think even at that point could Naruto potentially like join the Akatsuki or something like that? That could be.
No,
Oh, why not?
because remember the Akatsuki's goal is to get the Jinchuriki and basically suck out their tail beasts. So like I feel like it'd be kind of redundant for Naruto to join an organization that's basically bent on killing him. Because if he gets Kurama extracted from him, he's gonna die. So it's like that'd be kind of redundant for him to, yeah, like I said, to join an organization that would kill him in the end. So it's like
Erzy, did you have any thoughts on this? What if?
I didn't watch Naruto, so no.
Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh shit. Okay. Well, okay.
Yeah.
maybe like Naruto could like start his own organization. That'd be interesting.
Kind of, kind of off of what Nagato did. because you can kind of see how they're similar. I don't want to get into too many spoilers for Erzy, but kind of how he started it and kind of how they're similar in terms of everything. Kind of how they're seen as how would you call it, like parallels. I could see that happening, and then it'd be interesting to see maybe Naruto going against the Akatsuki or whatnot. What would he? What would his goal be? That's one thing that I was trying to figure.
I feel like his goal, I could see his goal being like the couple of things. A, like just to be on his own, maybe, or just like just to like, yeah, just I can see just being on his own. B, to just like get back at people, like show them what he went through, kind of deal.
Yeah,
Or C, kind of like the Sasuke route. He wants to destroy the Hidden Leaf. But honestly, I could see him being more like a what I would like to see. Like I feel like seeing him be more of a rogue ninja, more of a like I don't like people, so it's not like I'm going down the I hate everyone, I want to kill them. I'm going down the route of I stay away from people kind of route, and then like kind of like the standard like he runs into people, helps them, and is like grows to like people more again, but maybe like doesn't like the hidden leaf kind of deal.
yeah, I can
I think
understand that.
that's I'm a sucker for those kind of stories. Not gonna lie, so
And then
that's what
maybe
I.
he kind of grows bonds and then ends up going against the Hidden Leaf with the friends that he's made or what, something like
Well,
that.
I wouldn't say like I feel like he'd more so learn that people can be good through these people and
Mm,
like forgive the hidden leaf, but not necessarily go back to them, kind of deal.
okay, okay. Definitely interesting. Very, very, very interesting. All right, so what I'm thinking is I'm thinking of doing potentially because there's so many what ifs in anime, so I'm thinking of potentially doing a part 2 to this in the future. So if you guys, you viewers at home, had anything what ifs that you would want to see us discuss, let us know in the comments. We'll discuss them on the next one, and we'll definitely look into some more to go into. So be on the lookout for that coming soon. Um, Erzy, if you wanted
Like,
to go ahead and plug your channel real quick, as
yeah, sure. First of all, subscribe to this channel. You know,
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
tick the notification bell,
oh yeah,
like it, leave a comment, and if you want to, you can subscribe to my channel, Erzy33, and also to anime videos. You can, because he's not here. Like he did it a couple of times, but why not? Korosaki channel is probably something. So you can subscribe to the whole gang and won't miss out on content.
definitely go to that link in the description and make sure you subscribe to Korosaki and Erzy's channels because they got some great content. If you like our stuff, you'll like theirs. But yeah, like Erzy said, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. We're trying to hit 100 subscribers by the end of the year, so we'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. We love you guys as always. Now flow out. Peace. Timmy, you're supposed to say something.
Dang,
Oh my gosh, every time.
you guys, shut
Ah.
up.